Hi, everyone. I put together this video to help us, settle with 2022 before we give into our natural tendencies of jumping and making all these, incredible goals that we're going to achieve in 2023. I know that a lot of people, it seems like a tradition to sit down and make a list for the new year. I'd like to invite all of us to take some time and review the year up to date and really connect with what is important to us before we make goals for the new year. A lot of this is that, we all know that history has a tendency of repeating itself. So, the reflection is a good way for us to uncover our own inner barriers and then, set a more right course for ourselves moving forward. But we can't do that until we really connect with what stops us on a daily basis or what gets in our way on a daily basis. Okay. So to do this exercise, you need 15 minutes of your time. That's 1-5. Okay? You'll be able to fast forward. You'll be able to play back. You can skip my explanations and just jump to the exercise, but 15 minutes of your time. Okay? That's the minimum time. And then you also need some paper. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's paper in your most beautiful journal or whether it's goose paper, good on one side paper, scrap paper, or it's, your holiday shopping flyers, just paper, something that you're going to write on. Okay. Of course, then you need some kind of a writing utensil. Reach out for, what do you have handy? Is it a crayon? Fine, let's do that. Basically, just whatever is available to you, paper and something to write with. And this is not a head exercise. You're in your head all the time. So this is about getting stuff out of your head, onto the paper using your body. Okay, that's the channel that we have. Write it down, and then we're gonna review it, and then we're gonna do exercises based on that. Okay, so take a moment, go grab your paper and go grab your writing utensil. All right. First things first. Be in your comfortable position. May that be standing, may that be sitting down, lying down, it doesn't matter to me. You just want to be able to pause this video and be able to write. Okay? And so just tell yourself you're going to be here for a bit and you're worthy of that time. Okay? And now let's just check. What has your attention? Did you notice something all of a sudden that took you away from this time with yourself? Is it my plants? Are you trying to go, is that a cactus? Is that a jade plant? Is it, oh my gosh, wait, just let's get it done. Is it your shopping list? Whatever it is, just notice it. And it's okay. Let it be here. What else has your attention? Notice that too. Okay. When you're ready, I want you to settle into the moment. Just whatever it is, whatever thoughts that are coming up, let it be. And when you're able to feel and trust and just know that you're in the moment right now, thoughts are coming up, feelings are coming up, that's okay. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to start in this moment. No matter what has your attention, no matter what's coming up with you, all of that is fine. Okay. Everything is fine. All is well. Now, if something really has your attention and you feel like, oh my God, I need to go do that, stop the video, go do it. Or it might help. Maybe all you need to do is write it down. If that's what you need to do that. Okay. But definitely pay attention and just notice what's coming up. When you're ready, where you're in a place where no matter what's coming up, all is well. You're going to look at your year up to today, whatever the day is today. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. But if you're doing it on New Year's Eve, that's fine. If you're doing it in 2023, that's fine too. The exercise is the same. Up to now, if you want to go backwards, go backwards. If you want to go from the beginning of 2022 to now, that's fine. If you want to go from birth to now, that's fine. Up to now. What are some of the things that you have completely disliked or even a little bit disliked? I'm going to use 2022, but remember, it can be any time up to now, okay? What has happened that you have not liked? Write those down, okay? And as you're writing them, notice what's coming up. Some thoughts will be coming up, and they could be judgmental, they could be pride, like whatever. I stood up for myself, fine. They could be, from a place of anger, that's fine. Just notice the thoughts that come up. And then also notice what's happening in your body. Is there any tightening that happens? Oh, I really didn't like that. Just notice and keep writing. 2022, I did not like this. List, 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 list. Feel free to pause the video now to complete that list. Okay. 2022. These are the things that I didn't like. And as you're listing them, you're just going to notice your thoughts. You're going to notice the stories that come with it. You're going to notice the sensations that come up with your body. You're also going to notice if there's any kind of tendency to, push it away, like, oh my God, I wish that didn't happen. Any tendency to avoid. Okay? You're just going to pay attention to that, and you're just going to keep writing. Come back when your list is done. Okay, so well done. You made a list of all the things you did not like. Now, let's flip that and arrive in the moment where you just are going to take the time to again review 2022. And now you're going to make a list of all the things that you liked. You know this. You're going to notice the stories, the thoughts, any tendencies to judge, any tendencies for pride. I'm so proud that I did this. That's fine. Just notice them. And then also notice what's happening with your body. Also notice the possibility that all the things that you actually didn't like are coming up now that you really didn't like. That's fine. Add them to the column, to the other page of things you didn't like. Okay. 2022. These are the things that I did like. Go ahead and make your list, and you're going to watch how it feels in your body, what thoughts come up, what stories come up, and they're going to be here. You're not going to chase them. You're just going to keep writing, but you're going to notice those are going to come up anyways. Okay? Go ahead and make your list. Okay, you have a list. These are things I did not like. These are the things I liked. Okay. The next step of the exercise is Pick whichever list you want to start with. Go with your heart. Practice that intuitively. Which list do you want to start with? There's no right, there's no wrong. Okay? You're going to look at that list and you're going to pick one thing that's on that list. And you're going to ask yourself, what is one advantage of that? Write it down. And what is one disadvantage of that? Don't overthink it. Whatever comes up, comes up. And if the word nothing comes up, write that down. You're going to look at the same thing on your list. What is another advantage of that? And what is another disadvantage of that? And you're going to repeat. Look at the item again. What is one advantage of that? And what is one disadvantage of that? Great. Now you're going to look at one item on the other list. So if you started with a list of things you like, now you're going to be looking at things that you didn't like. And you're going to scan the list and you're going to pick one thing. And you're going to do advantages and disadvantages of that. So pick the one item. What is one advantage of that? What is one disadvantage of that? What's another advantage of that? And what is another disadvantage of that? And keep going. For the purpose of time, we're going to move on. So now you've done advantages and disadvantages of one thing you liked that happened in 2022, and one thing you didn't like that happened in 2022. Okay. Now take a step back and just cognitively just be aware of what you just went through. And ask yourself, what are you noticing about that? Are you noticing a pattern? Are you noticing a story? Are you noticing a value that has come up? So if you look at the list of likes and dislikes, and the pattern of advantages and disadvantages, are you seeing a theme? What's it telling you? Looking at that list and checking in with your body and checking in with your stories. What is one thing you can do to honor what you value? One thing. Write that down. Now look at the one thing you can do to honor yourself, your values. And let's see, what is the underlying motivation for that? Is there any wanting control? Is there any wanting security? Is there any wanting approval? Is there any wanting oneness or love? And just notice whatever want that came up, maybe all of them, could you let it go? Okay, let's do that again. Have a look at your list. Or maybe you already don't even have to do that. You've already noticed the pattern. What is the pattern connecting you to in terms of your belief, your core value? And write that down. What is one action you can take to honor that core value? And then just notice that action, the core value. What are the motivating energies that are feeding that? What is the motivation? Is it wanting control? Is it wanting security? Is it wanting approval? Is it wanting oneness or love? And whichever want it is, could you welcome that? Just notice it, feel it. Okay? And then just for a moment, could you let go the wanting of that motivation? So what you're doing is you're letting go of the wanting approval, wanting security. Okay? You're just letting go of the wanting. Because when you want, you're telling your brain you don't have. Okay? And you're going to repeat that process. And you can do this for all of your list, or you can just take a step back and notice the pattern and do the releasing on the pattern. You can look at that and see, oh, I am going to do this in 2023. Fantastic. Just take a step back and just see what is driving that. Is it wanting control? Is it wanting approval? Is it wanting security? Is it wanting oneness? Whichever want it is, could you just for a moment let it go? Would you let it go? And when? And again, could you let it go? Would you let it go? And when? Okay. The purpose of this is that once you let go of the wanting, then the wanting is now gone. Your brain is not getting the messages that I don't have. So you're now can set your goals based on possibilities, not from a space of lacking. Remember that when you want, it means you don't have. You want control? Would you rather want control? Would you rather have control? That's the space you want to set your goals for tomorrow, the day after, 2023. Okay? Rinse, repeat. Again, you can do this for every item on your list. You can do it for a core belief. You can do it for a goal. Okay? Intention being, you're going to take yourself and your brain and your very humanistic nature from a place of lack to a place of abundance. And that's where you want to set your goals from. Okay? And another thing that might be helpful is writing yourself a letter to thank yourself first for doing this exercise. Second, for the year that you've had for 2022. You got through it, you're getting through it. Okay. And if you need to write a letter to a higher power, whatever form that might be your ego. That's okay too. Hey, we wouldn't be surviving if we didn't have our ego. Is it God? Is it your spirit? Is it your ancestors? Is it Mother Nature? Whatever that form may be, it's okay for you to write a letter. Dear, 2022 was a whopper of a year. Thank you for, okay? And just express gratitude. It's an incredibly healing process, but it's not necessary for you to write your 2023 goals. What's necessary is looking back and kind of noticing what was a driving force in terms of what got in the way and what, pushed you through. Is it that wanting control? Is it wanting security? Is it wanting approval? And then just letting go of the wanting. Thank you so much. I know the video is longer than 15 minutes, but honestly, if you kind of did the 10-second skip on the screen, you could have done this in 15. Also, okay, if you take this video and make it a personal retreat for a full day, because why not? Please feel free to share this video with anybody. And again, I really appreciate our connection. I am forever grateful for you and for letting me into your life. And if you're a client of mine, my God, you've seen me just turn it on. It's what I'm called to do. And I am just really proud of the walk that we're taking together. Everybody's deserving, and especially you. You're so deserving of having your life's joy expressed. Good luck. You don't need it, but good luck anyways. And all the best forever and ever. Thank you.